So the other thing I've been kind of working on, apart from the pathfinding for the entity, is I was trying to finish up this world docking. And so I'm able to, you can see these exist in the same world container, but they're not docked together. These are not connected. So no entity should be able to walk between them. But if I dock them, now they should be able to walk. And I can undock them as well. So they're virtually undocked, but physically, you know, visually they're connected. It's kind of weird. But yeah, I can dock them again. It gets the same result. If I move this gate over to the left, you can see the world actually moves with it. That works as well. Now, would it work if I built a thing over here? It does work. So you can see these are kind of overlapping, but it works. Okay. So I started making these collision boxes for the worlds because, you know, these shouldn't really overlap. And when you're docking onto a world, we should consider whether these two worlds will be colliding. And if they're going to be colliding, then we should not let them gate. So, okay, that's going to be the next step. I successfully made the bounding boxes work, as you can see. So I'm able to kill this gate. So attach that to that. That works. I can also attach this to here, and I can also build a second gate. Let me just kill that one. So attach this to that gate. So that works. And you can see that the boxes, the bounding boxes, stay in the correct positions. So I hadn't actually changed how the logic works. I've just made the bounding boxes display in red if they're in collision. I'll show you a demonstration of it real quick. So we can dock these two together. And then if I want to dock this world to this gate, you can immediately see that they're going to be in collision. And it's going to show in red like that. So there you go. I just need to now prevent gate or docking when there is a collision. Okay, so pretty much we just set the success variable to true at the beginning. We save old world data like old position, offset, rotation matrix, bounding box, everything. We set the new relative world position, and we build the bounding box because tile worlds have size. And then we check if the world is collision. I build a function for that. And if it's true, then we print couldn't dock, worlds would be colliding. We set success to false. So let's have a look at this in action. So we'll do the same example as before. I'll dock these two together like so, and then I'll dock this one, or try to dock at least, to over here, which will result in a collision. Couldn't dock, worlds would be colliding. For some reason the bounding box stayed the same, which is a bit weird. Okay. Well, I can undock it like that and then do that. Yeah, and the bounding box resets. So there's a few boxes here and there, but you can see that it refuses to dock if the world will be colliding. So the next step is actually for me to be able to get entities to move through the gates between the worlds. And that's basically why I started working on pathfinding and this at the same time, so I can get those two systems working together. Okay, so I did a little bit of this. Let me just show you what I've done. So remember we had, these are actually two worlds that are docked together. And before I couldn't build across worlds like that because these worlds didn't have any conception of each other. But now you can kind of build across the border just fine like that. You can see that if I try to build this block out, I can, because there's a gap in the worlds. Now I just have to update the pathfinding, because right now this guy doesn't have a conception of that, you know, that the worlds are connected, or rather the pathfinder algorithm doesn't have assumption that these worlds are connected, and then he should be able to walk from one world to the other. You can see that if I just click anywhere on this. Oh, what the actual? Well, it's taking. That's interesting. So it's taking. It's actually taking the. Oh wow. Okay. I didn't realize it would work. What? I'm a wizard. It just, it's not okay, it's not taking the correct coordinates, right? So if I click here, there's an offset, and I think that offset is exactly like if I click here, it should be 16 blocks. Let me just confirm that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 16 blocks, and that's the exact offset of this world. Ooh. Okay. I didn't realize that it would work. Like, can you climb? Oh. You can't. Oh, right. Okay, we clicked too far, I think. But can you like climb from here? Can you climb up this staircase? Can you do that? Like go here and climb up here. Oh yeah. He's totally cool with that. Huh. I guess sometimes you make something work without even knowing how you made it work. I guess it's because he is aware, like this, he does call get tile at quite a few times, and this function now returns tile of a different world if it figures out that the worlds are connected or docked together. So that's probably why, but it's still weird that it works. Totally weird. Okay, great. Well, I have less work than I thought, probably. Okay, I finally made it so that entities can actually walk from one world to another. And just to quickly demonstrate, yeah, that this actually... Oh, fuck. The first time I did it, it didn't work at all. That was funny. But yeah, you can see that he's just walking across worlds just fine. There we go. The next thing I want to try work on is pathfinding across worlds which are in collision. As you can see, these two worlds aren't, their bounding boxes aren't colliding, so this world isn't inside of this one. But for example, if we were to do something like land on a planet, which I'll just do over here real quick. Okay, so if I were to land my spaceship on a planet, then those two worlds would essentially be colliding. Of course, it's going to be a little, computationally, a little more expensive, but I really want our spaceships to be able to land on planets, and you know, our guys, like this guy over here, be able to walk from the spaceship into the world and then back on board. So that's going to be the next thing we're going to work on, I think. Lovely. So yeah, I've basically made it so that we allow collisions when docking worlds. So let's just make these two guys in collision again. So we want to dock this back to the same gate. Lovely. And then now we want to dock this guy to this world like that. So I'll do that. Yeah, it updates correctly. Okay. And you can see that the worlds that are in collision are in red, and the ones that are not are in white, which is going to be really important later once we actually try get our entity guy to walk between these. So that's cool. I just thought a quick update might be a good thing here, because I've done quite a bit of work in the last couple of hours. I was debugging most of the time. I'm trying to get this the worlds to interact correctly when they're inside of each other like this, you know, when they're colliding. And I'm trying to get the positions and everything to work. And I've done quite a bit. I've reworked quite a few of my functions before. And you can see for the most part it kind of works, see? But if it's a nested world, then the positions are all over the place. As you can see, stuff is not quite working. I still can't build across. Yeah, that just happens if I try to build across different worlds. Sometimes it works. For example, oh wait, I can't build at all. That's not good. Oh, I can build here, but not here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, still a few quirks to polish out. I'm hoping to get this done today because it's taken quite a long time. So it's a little while later, and pathfinding sort of works. It just depends on like the order of the worlds being like executed and stuff like that. Like it has no trouble getting from here to here, but here back, ooh, it's a little bit of an issue, right? Getting from here to the platform up here, I'm not sure about that though. Yeah, no, it's definitely not happy with that. But yeah, building between worlds and all that kind of stuff. For example, now it's possible to do that. Basically, what it means is, if you look at the debug, this block over here, it's a part of world 0, as you can see, W0 right there. So that's this world, as you can see. So even though this overhang is kind of in the space of the other world, because we've extended it from here, it's now a part of this world and not this one. But if I do something along the lines of this, if I extend the blocks from the other world and do the same thing, now these blocks are part of world 2, which is this one. Obviously you can't go out of bounds like this. Only way you can do that is if there's a world right next to it. So now this block is part of world 0. Okay. Still a little bit of work to do. Dear people of the internet, I've just wasted so much time. It's one of those bugs when something is different by 1 than what it should be. Because I had a 1 here and it's supposed to be a 1. Since I copy and pasted this code, this 1 kind of slipped and it stayed there. So it works now. It just works. We can get this guy anywhere we want. And he is going to use the gate beautifully. Now we can actually walk between worlds, which are nested. So the next thing we'll probably be doing is trying to land our spaceship onto a planet. So I'll see you then.